Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear the sound of my voice. Put a 1 in the chat, ladies and gentlemen, if you can hear the sound of my voice. Good evening. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we're about to get on screen here. Let me check my makeup. How's my makeup? How is my makeup? Happy Sunday, everyone. Happy Sunday. And it's a joyous evening, very joyous evening. And it's always beautiful when we can talk about the love that has been created in the YSL trial. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. I know you guys said, where's Mr. Byron? He's not on YouTube that much. Well, Mr. Byron has several businesses and he has to manage them all. So that's why I wasn't here. With that said, what do you think about the Kayla in the wedding dress? She's in the wedding dress. How did that happen? And I must caution you guys. That is a composition. That's what my vision of what she would have looked like had she had a wedding dress on when she had that virtual marriage. That's my vision. That's my vision. Beautiful, beautiful wedding dress. You can see Mr. Jackson is looking so happy. His bride is in the courtroom. It's a beautiful thing. It is a beautiful thing, ladies and gentlemen, that we can happily report. Well, we confirmed it last week. You guys know I put the title confirmed. I didn't say alleged. I said confirmed. You probably say, how do you confirm it? Because I have sources. My sources don't lie to me. Because they got to put the eyeballs on the papers. But I'll let people run around and say, hey, well, I don't know. I kind of took a little flack. I didn't want to kind of jump out there. But I knew it was real. I knew it was real. Guys, when I say something's confirmed, it's been confirmed. They just don't know how I confirmed it. But it's been confirmed. I had to go look for the wedding dress for the queen. I had to pick a wedding dress. I said she had to have a dress that, I would want my daughters wearing, a beautiful dress. And I went shopping. I said, I'm going shopping. I'm going to pick a dress for her, and I'm going to give her a bouquet of roses as well. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. I tell you, man. Yo, you love picking dresses. I bought that black dress. That didn't end well. That definitely didn't end well. This time I said, I'm not coming out my pocket. We're photoshopping a dress on her today. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Hey, listen, let me tell you something. I thought about everything. I saw what you said. I thought about everything. I had to make sure that it, I was actually going to pick, it had to be white. You know the saying about picking the color of dress. I had to pick the right color. So we had to get the little laces, a little bouquet of roses, put a little jewelry on her, just make sure she's presentable for the world. But how you guys think I did? You think I did okay? You think I did all right with the dress, picking up the dress? I think I did. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow, Detective Viverito will continue her testimony. The state has estimated it will be about 2 more hours of the direct examination. 2 more hours. And then the defense gets a crack at the Detective Viverito. And why is this important? Because once they conclude if it is a redirect, once they finish their redirect, the state rests their case. Now it's up to the defense now to put on their case. They have to put on their case, and that's going to happen tomorrow. But ladies and gentlemen, who's going to be in the courtroom tomorrow? I'm going to be in the courtroom. Maybe. I don't know if I should be there. I might. But I know there's one less seat available for the family. One less seat. Why is that? You say, why is it one less seat available? Well, actually, it's one seat available. Like those who have been hijacking those family seats, they had to give one up to the wife. They had to give one up to Kayla. Kayla is now in the family seating area because they were treating her like a stepchild earlier. They said, no, you sit there with the general public. And Kayla knew in the back of her mind she needed to be in that role with the family because she is now bona fide family and she needs to be sitting in the family seat, not the media. She tried the Rule 22. She said, I need a Rule 22. I need to get closer. I need to be able to get my camera on my future husband. That didn't work, Judge Whitaker. Judge Whitaker, you and I got issues because you told a little story on me, but it's okay. You didn't want the reporter in the courtroom. I get it. You want the electronic equipment. You probably didn't like the way I captured you. But I couldn't help it. It's the lens. The lens captures what it sees. That's just what it is, Judge. But now she doesn't have to fight for a seat. She doesn't have to work by stealing streams, not stealing, but borrowing streams from the infamous. Because she's in the family section. She can sit there proud. I'm here. Because the jig is up. They know already. Everyone knows that damn reporter. But it really wasn't me, Kayla, to put it on social media first. I didn't put it out there. I knew about it. But your secret was safe with me. I didn't want no money. I didn't want 500. I didn't want $1. You didn't know. I would have never bribed. I would have never extorted you. Never. I would have asked, let me take the wedding pictures. I'm going to get mine the honest way. Let me take the wedding pictures. Let me take the wedding pictures. We still can do that. You can come to court tomorrow in a wedding dress, meet me outside the front of the courthouse in a wedding dress, and I take your pictures for free. For free. I believe in love. I believe in love. And this will be my gift to you. And if you know all the famous people I photographed, if I took your picture and we can put a nice package together and send it to him, or wait for him to come out because I think he's going to beat the case. I think he's going to beat the case. That's my belief. I think he's going to beat the case. And my pictures are not $500, by the way. A lot more. Especially when my wedding packages start out about $2,500 to $3,000. But I'm going to take your pictures for free. Well, with a disclaimer, you get 5 frames. That's it. The 5 best frames. and we're going to crop it. I'm going to pose you just the right way, bring the chin up, look to the sky, look ahead, and we're going to come up with some concepts. But then we define the best pictures you've ever taken. With that, congratulations. And I'm so happy. So happy for you. So, ladies and gentlemen, the courtroom is expected to be pretty packed tomorrow because we want to see not only a continuation of the direct examination of the Detective Verito, but we want to see the cross-examination because Max Shard and Doug Weinstein has some questions for you, ma'am. Because you said some things on the stand that we kind of had the opportunity over the weekend to analyze and dissect and to just see why were you so enthusiastic in the very beginning? Very enthusiastic. You were very, like, your credentials, you shout them out, everything was, I said, this woman's, she's really good. Then when I did my own research, I realized why you were so good, partially why you were so good. It's because the prosecution has been putting you on the distribution list. You get copies of all the filings as a witness. No other witness have seen that. No other law enforcement, no one. But you've been getting copied on all the filings. So you know what the strategy is, so to speak. But it's okay. I know, Detective Verito. You didn't think I was going to be able to pick that up. I picked it up. No one else picked that up. You know why? Because everyone doesn't look at I look at who's being copied on the filings. And I want to know who's these people that are being copied on the filings. And that's in your name. So when I was looking at the list, I said, wait a minute, why are you on this list? How did you get on this list? You are a witness. You are a witness. You should be focusing on only your notes, not the filings by the lawyers, but your notes. You participate in that Dauber hearing. But you get in the filings and you get a heads up on anything and everything. When it hits the mail, when it hits my mailbox, it hits your mailbox. So I know all the filings. And so do you. But the difference between you and I'm not a witness. I'm not a witness. But anyway, I'm sure that's probably going to be one of the questions by one of the attorneys. Something to the effect of, Miss Detective Verito, have you been following this case? You can't say no, because they're going to ask you, have you received copies of all the filings? And you got to have to say yes. Isn't it odd that you're receiving copies of all the filings in the case? I'm just saying. But we all are going to find out how well you hold up to the cross-examination. I've seen witnesses come in from the prosecution's calling the witnesses. They're all enthusiastic. Well, some who want to testify, but the law enforcement are typically pretty on point about, spilling their credentials all over the courtroom. But yours was different. They had to slow you down. You were going too fast. It was like you were going really fast. But it was good because you were confident. I picked that up. You were very confident. But let's see how you hold up to the defense's grilling. And Mr. Weinstein, you're a great attorney. I don't want you to let up off her. I want you to apply the pressure. While there was a lot of talk about Mr. Stillwell Jackson, your client is also facing a lot of time. But I think that you're going to do pretty well too. I think so. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, um, I think we're at the. I think we'll have probably about another maybe 2 weeks left, if that much. I think maybe 2 weeks, maybe. Um, it was initially expected the trial would end by December, but now that four of the six have taken pleas, which includes Young Thug, I think the case will go pretty quickly. Um, will he have to get on? I don't think neither defendant will take the stand at all. I think the mother may be called, might be called, and that may be risky too. I like Tasha. Shout out to Tasha, by the way. I like Tasha. She's been there. She goes to work and she comes there. And sometimes she comes, she's very tired. It's not easy having to do a regular job and to come sit in the courtroom. It's not easy. She shows up. And that's important when you have a loved one that is on trial. It's important that you show up because the jurors can see who's there. You can't see the jurors, but the jurors can see who's there through that glass, the protection glass. The jurors can see who's in the courtroom. Now, do they know who those people are? They just know there's a lot of people in that section. Let me see who's checking in. Shout out to the people checking in the memberships. Kia Elder, Galatians D, MNPD. What's going on? What's going on? I see all you checking in over here on YouTube, and I see you guys over here on Twitter. I'm shouting out my members. I'm seeing you members out here. I see you, Fee. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Okay. Kiela says, Detective Viverito reminds me of the detective in Miles Bryant's case. I thought it was the same person. Well, I know you talking about Detective Moore, I believe. I covered the Miles Bryant's case. She's a little heavier, Viverito. She's a little heavier. I thought that as well. But wait a minute, how did you think that? And you didn't see her? You didn't see her. They didn't show a picture. They didn't show a picture. Oh, you've been Googling. You've been Googling her. Yes. They didn't show her. They will not have court Thanksgiving week. I don't think they'll have court. I think this case is going to be over before Thanksgiving. I think the case will be over before Thanksgiving. I really do. I think that we have, as a matter of fact, let me stand by just to make sure I didn't get any emails from the prosecution. Let's see what we got here. Hold on. Let me double check, make sure we get nothing here. Hold on. I want to check real quickly, make sure. Okay, guys, let me just go ahead and check just to make sure. No, don't look like we got anything. Nothing. We usually get emails Sunday. I'm gonna check. Maybe she sent something out. Okay. No, I don't see anything. That's it. No witness list, no updates, nothing. Looks like this case will be over real soon. Hold on a second, guys. Hold on 1 second. Oh, so they flashed the picture. Sue, I didn't know they flashed the picture. Why would they do that? Why would they do that? And they want to shield it because she looks the same. She looks the same. I wonder why they would do that. To show a picture of her. Interesting. Oh my goodness. Wait, hold on. Someone said, Doug said he may not call any witnesses. I don't know if that's a good thing. not calling any witnesses. Mm, I don't know if it's a good thing. Well, if they did a good job at cross examination, then they may feel they don't need to call any witnesses. It's not like they have. It's not like the state has a lot of witnesses that will put them at the crime scene. So I kind of understand why Doug is saying that. But is that enough to show the jurors that he had no involvement? We have to see. We have to see. Someone said no, they were on Friday, Thursday. They showed it when she was actually doing the interrogation with right. So yeah, they didn't right. I didn't see it right. That would have that wouldn't make no sense. But for them to plaster a picture there if they want her to be shielded. So I get it. I get it. But it will start tomorrow at around 9 o'clock. And it's going to be no seats in the courtroom. It's probably going to be no seats available in the courtroom. I do have an issue with uh, being there and not being able to use my tools. The judge tried to. I know what she was doing. I think this is my belief. She was probably trying to get back at me because of the deputy I put on blast. Because she had nothing else. Nothing else. Shabi, I see you. I see you, Shabi. Of course, like, listen, when someone is not willing to be shown in the courtroom, YouTubers are going to do what they do. They're going to find the picture. They're going to find the picture. They're going to say, hey, this is the woman who want to be seen. She's all in the interrogation video. So why not show her? Because eventually, they're going to show it. Because if they want to impeach the witness, they're going to show it. Let's see here. Hold on, guys. Yeah, I agree. Doug's going to do his best for his client, and Lil Durk's case is so far down the road, but he does have representation by none other than Drew Finling, one of the best criminal defense attorneys in Georgia. Now he's probably going to have to be brought in Pro Vici because he's not barred in California, so someone has to bring him in to assist in the case. So he's probably going to be lead attorney there. Let's see, person actually wants to has two different last names, Jackson Stillwell. That was known early on in the case. That came out early in the beginning of the trial back when was it? When the trial started. He had two names. I don't know why he has two names. I don't know why he has two names, but apparently Jackson is his legal name because why else would someone want to marry a man and assume his last name if it's not the name that he legally goes by? So, and some of the things uh the lawyer for still Mr. Jackson is not going to talk about that part. That's not him being married to anyone is not really a part of the case. Unless someone makes it a part of the case, it's not really a part of the case at all. So that's something they'll probably talk about later on. Okay, thank you, Palmer. So she gave it the answer. She said he was raised by his grandmother, so he uses his grandmother's last name. Thank you, Palmer. That was a good. I know they talked about that in the beginning, but I just don't recall what was the circumstance surrounding how he had two last names. Usually, that's for a female, maiden and married name. Okay. Wait now. Kayla had taken. Well, I don't know what was on her ID, but she would have had to uh, assert that her husband is on trial. And my guess is that she was probably dating. She's probably. My guess is she probably was dating him in the street, which is interesting. I don't know. I don't know how that situation. I don't know. I mean, she's a whole lawyer. She's a whole lawyer, so I don't know. I don't know what that's all about. Pretty much the D. Kayla B. Jackson. Hold on a second. Hold on. And here's the other thing. I know I said this a few minutes ago, but you don't get to sit in the family section in the courtroom unless you are family. And she's sitting in the family section, so she's obviously family. They don't let you sit in that section unless you family. That seat is designated for family. So the sheriff department obviously verified that she's family. So she's not sitting there as someone other than a family member. Don't they look so happy? So happy. It's just so happy. So that's why she is sitting in the family section. I think Miss Jackson will be good. I think she'll be good. And she said she's pretty much uh told the world that she hadn't violated any ethics. There was no ethic violation of what she did. Right. So I mean, it is an interesting development. It's an interesting development. That part, man, that part. You know something? I want to talk to you. That part. You and I got to talk. I saw you commenting on another page. I be in the bushes on other pages. That part, but I saw you say something on the other page. I meant to. I wrote a note about it. I said when I see you, I'm gonna. Not when I see you, we're gonna talk. Probably in the membership section. You and I got to talk. Don't be doing that because I'll be all over these YouTube streets. That part. I be seeing you. I be seeing you on those other pages. We just gonna leave that there. That part. We ain't going there. That part. We ain't doing that right now. We ain't doing that. No, I brought it up. We ain't doing that right now. We're not doing that. Yo, how you know that? See Loki. You, yo, how do you know that? How do you know that? Let's see. Oh, listen. Anyone is if there's anyone I blocked on X, there's in the if there's anyone that have blocked on Twitter X that is in this chat now, please raise your hand. Please raise your hand now. Because if I blocked you on Twitter and I won't. Please, if I blocked you on Twitter, raise your hand right now. I want you to raise your hand, please, so I can block you here too. Don't do it to yourself. Don't do it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I know you was gonna fall for that one. Yo. Anyway, guys, yeah, tomorrow's gonna be pretty interesting. Me, I blocked me. I blocked you. I'm about to block you here too. I'm blocking you here right now. Hold on. Since I blocked you there, I'm blocking here. Now you blocked. I told you not to raise your hand. I told you not to raise your hand. You fell for it. You told yourself that part. You did tell yourself. You did that part. You did say that. You did say that. 504. What's up, 504? I'm taking names. I'm taking names. You did say that. But you see, that part, you gotta when you say that, you gotta put like an emoji there. So I know what you mean. I said, I know she ain't coming for me. Is she really coming for me? But it's all good. It's good. It's all good. Oh my goodness. Hold on a second, guys. Hold on. I'm waiting for an email to come through here. Okay, okay. Come on, come on. Guys, you know I'm not. Am I really messy? Do you think I'm really messy? Do you think I'm really I'm not really messy. I'm just, I'm opinionated. There's a difference. It's messy and it's opinionated. I'm opinionated. Is it okay for me to be opinionated? No, I get it. No. Listen, don't block anyone. Don't block anyone. We don't unless it. Listen, we know when they get the time for them to block, but not right now. Don't block anyone. So I say, yo, get them out of here. Did I unblock Sylvia? Heck no, I ain't block her. She was in the courtroom saying, when the judge, listen, there's no lie. There's no lie. I'm gonna have some fun tonight. When the judge said what she said, well, a lying ass. When judge said what she said, Sylvia was sitting. It was a reporter from a local station sitting between Sylvia and I. And when the Sylvia came back and sat down, Sylvia looked over me. Dennis, unblock me. Unblock me. I'm like, girl, listen. It's going to take more than a judge to make me unblock you. Heck no, I'm not unblocking you. No. As a matter of fact, I kind of caught her straight for something she did. I didn't want to talk about it. I'm probably not going to really talk about it now. Let the case get in first, and we'll talk about it. But yeah, I caught her straight. Hold on, guys. Let me see if I can bring this up here. Hold on. Stand by. That part. That's all you said. That's true. That part. That's all you said. That's all you said. I give you that. Hold on. Let me see if I can bring this doc up. I think I'll have this doc. I'm gonna bring it up tonight. I said I was gonna do it a couple of days ago. I'm gonna bring this. I'm gonna bring this up. Let's see. Let me bring this up here. Okay, let's see if I can pull this file up here real quick. Let's see here. Oh, here we go. We're gonna do some document reading tonight. Here we go. Hold on. It's loading. It's loading. It's loading. It's processing. Okay. Yo, mom. No, that part is good. That part is good. She's good. I'm trying to get this thing to load. It should be loading in a second. Hold on. Okay. I mean, 6 pages, so it may take a minute. 6 pages. We're going to give you guys some exclusive tonight. No, we're not blocking one yet. This is a big file. I'm surprised it's taking so long to load. This is a court filing, ladies and gentlemen. This is a court filing. Oh yeah, before we discuss this document that is still loading to come up, last week the Department of Justice held a press conference speaking about the conditions of Fulton County Jail. A very extensive report was created by the Department of Justice Civil Rights Division, and I spoke about it. And I think it really is significant, very significant in what they said. The problem I have is it's a report with no action. And I know that this administration is coming to its end in the next 2 months, but they can fix this. They can fix this. Why wait until the next attorney general and wait for the next attorney general to resolve this, who is reportedly going to be former Congressman Matt Gaetz. These issues have been existing in that jail for over a year. And why are they just now talking about this? And why hasn't something been done about this? I also know that there's a protest that will be scheduled for next week. I want to say it's the 21st or 22nd. And that's happening in Atlanta at the courthouse and at the Fulton County Jail. So there will be a planned protest next week, from what I'm told. And they will start apparently at the courthouse, and they are marching to the jail. And I guess this is a tentative arrangements, but I did speak to one of the organizers, and they said that there will be a protest addressing the conditions in Fulton County Jail, Wright Street. Crazy report. I'm trying to load this. I'm surprised it's not loading yet. Hold on. See, we use this StreamYard. Got the top packages and things still taking them. I don't know what's that all about. It shouldn't take this long. Hold on. Let's see, grab the file again. Oh, there we go. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready? I want to say it is. Empress Fox. For those who have been asking me, what are you guys going to do about what happened as it relates to the judge restricting my electronic recording? And we're going to bring the court filing up. This is a court filing that was done last week. Here we go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is exclusive. And this is, hold on, bring it, open it up. I'll bring it closer. Okay, so this is a motion filed. This is a file copy. This is a motion to reconsider revocation of Rule 22 electronic recording privileges. This is we filed this last week, and this is exactly what happened. And I'm gonna read it to you guys. Come now, Dennis Byron, a member of the press and editor-in-chief of Hip Hop Inquirer, and respectfully request that the Honorable Court reconsider its order revoking my Rule 22 electronic recording privileges, which was issued on October 29th, 2024. In support of this motion, I state as follows. On October 29th, 2024, this court issued an order modifying my Rule 22 privileges, citing an alleged violation based on a photo purportedly taken on October 28th, 2024. Following the receipt of this order, I contacted court attorney Lara Percival for clarification, who informed me that the alleged violation stemmed from a photograph. So it wasn't, the judge said recording initially in the video that you guys saw. He said recording. So Ms. Percival, who sits to the right of the judge, was contacted. And I asked her, because the judge never gave a hearing, which is the protocol, which is usually required to give a hearing to discuss why she's taking these actions. So I categorically deny this allegation. I did not take any photos on October 28, 2024. Reason, the court was not allowing anyone in the courtroom. So the only recent photograph I took with permission was on October 24th, 2024, which was on a Thursday, ladies and gentlemen, with the guidance and permission of law enforcement personnel present in the courtroom. This is key. And I tried to tell, I talked about this on the lead attorney. I actually was asked to take that photo. When I came in the courtroom to set up my cameras, the lieutenant said, Mr. Byron, take this photo of Young Thug and get it on TMZ. So I'm like, what? Serious? She said, yes. And I have the proof. That's far different than me taking a photo when the judge is not on the bench. The judge wasn't on the bench, but I was asked by the person in charge to take that photo of Young Thug when I Love Mariah, the science. I Love Mariah. And the shirt was taken out of a bag. He was already dressed. They took the shirt out the bag and he put it on and he stood up and he posed for it. We took several pictures. Several. And there were 1, 2, 3, 4 sheriffs in the courtroom. Sergeant, the lieutenant, and 2 deputies. So this is significant. So let's finish reading. Here are the specific details supporting the motion. On October 24th, I was permitted to enter the courtroom to set up my equipment at approximately 8:40 a.m., supervised by Lieutenant Walker of the Sheriff's Department. I was expressly instructed not to direct my camera near the security checkpoint where the defendants would be brought in, which I complied with entirely. Lieutenant Walker specifically requested that I take a picture of the defendant, Jeffrey Williams, for potential publication on TMZ because his girlfriend, Mariah the scientist, had a birthday approaching. In her words, Mr. Byron, take this picture of Thug and get it on TMZ. She even directed me on the composition, asking not to include her in the image. This interaction was witnessed by at least 2 deputies. Now think about that, ladies and gentlemen. How do you ask me to take a photo of an individual when you are the one in charge of the court and you know what the rules are under Rule 22? Because you are the one that will enforce the Rule 22. That's very significant. Very significant. And it gets better. I'm going to tell you what the investigation revealed. This is why I say I'm very skeptical of how this judge moves. Because if the judge has the information, she could have simply said, Lieutenant, did you ask him to take the photo? She didn't do that. She never did that. But actually, I was told by that same lieutenant that she told her, now this is where it gets, is the BS coming in. The lieutenant says, Mr. Byron, I told her you asked to take the picture. Well, no, you lied to the judge because you asked me to take the picture. I didn't ask you to take the picture. Why would I need to take the picture? And I was going to have the ability to take the picture when the judge got on the bench anyway. Makes no sense. So then I saw where that was going. So this is important. You're right. There's a lot more to this. And someone just brought this to my attention. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leave this right here. I'm going to remove it because the rest of this is going to be in the membership section. D, thanks for reminding me. But that is significant. And it's 5 pages with the evidence, the proof, the receipts. Oh, we included the receipts. We're not just playing around just saying anything, because I wouldn't swear on a document that something happened that didn't happen. So let's just say the judge knew this. She had to know this. If I'm to believe that this lieutenant is telling the truth, then the judge would have to say, this is what the lieutenant is telling me. Well, part of that is not true. I didn't ask to take the picture. First of all, anyone that knows me, I'm not going to ask the lieutenant, can I take a picture? Why would I ask any law enforcement, can I take a picture when I already have a Rule 22? I know that Rule 22 is valid when the judge is on the bench. Why would they ask me to take a picture knowing the judge is not on the bench It's because they were probably trying to hook young Thug up. He didn't. First of all, you can't blame Thug for anything. It's the people in charge that run the court. But then when the judge said this was a repeated violation, that was a lie. Because in the response, it addresses that already. I was never in 30 years, 20 years in that courthouse, ever sanctioned for taking anything, taking a picture without authority. So when the judge said that, I think she was doing that just to bolster her modification of my order, because no one could vet what she said right there. No one can say whether or not this judge was being forthcoming when she said there were previous violations. No one can vet that, because anyone looking at this would say, well, why would the judge say that if it's not true? Well, that's a big question. That's a big question. Why would the judge say something that's not true? Can anyone think of, just throw something out there. Think about, why would a judge say that knowing that's not true? I want you guys to put your thinking caps on. Why would a judge say that to a member of the press and then bring myself and Sylvia up together and say that? Because if you had an issue with me directly, you bring me up by myself. And you hold a hearing and you address the issue. That's the problem. You didn't do that. And that was intentional. Because the public perception was that there were two Rule 22 violators in front of the judge. And I think about the timing in which that happened, ladies and gentlemen. The timing. We had already been out of the courtroom for 3 days because the lawyers were in negotiations. I was able to get in there on that Thursday, the 24th, and only for 15 minutes because no one was allowed in. Sylvia had signed the logbook, but she didn't even get allowed to come in the courtroom that morning, because the judge had already decided that the lawyers were coming in to discuss or do whatever plea negotiations. So that photo was shot. It was shot when I was allowed to come in and it was asked to take the picture. And I'm like, if the lieutenant say take the picture, can I take the picture? Why would I think I'm doing something wrong? Just think about that. And why would the judge modify my order once she has the information that what she's saying is not actually factual? Whatever issue Sylvia had with the court has nothing to do with me. But when you brought us both up there, it was like a catch-all, and you wanted to get two members. And I have to say, she's still a member of the press because she was under Rule 22. She's there. But calling us both up there at the same time made no sense. That's why when you saw me not respond, I stood there for a second, and I was going to say something. I said, let me wait. Let's regroup. Let's analyze what just happened. So people say, why didn't you just say anything? Because I don't have a knee-jerk reaction. We memorialize it in the writing, in the court filing. And we touch on all the points, and we provide the evidence. So she wasn't prepared for me to respond. Because I'm going to tell you what happened. Well, I'll tell you guys in the membership what happened. So I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, I would never risk my reputation to violate a judge's order. And it was disgusting that this judge handled that situation the way she did. And she knew what she was doing because she knew that people were anticipating something that was going to happen. That was Mr. Nichols, who took his plea deal. So everyone was waiting, and this was like a heightened part of the case. We didn't know what was going to happen. We all went in. I came in, I sat down, set my equipment up. And the first thing she says, she addresses us both to come up there. But here's the other problem. If I was a repeated violator of the Rule 22, why would she say, Mr. Byron, you can shoot this hearing, but you can't shoot anymore? Because if someone's violating you don't reward them with allowing them to continue shooting. So this was intentional. And Judge Whitaker, I know exactly how you handle this. And your colleagues who wear the robe as well question the way that was handled. I'm not going to put none of them on black because I've covered multiple judges. Don't have issues. But this here, I look at you differently now because I have personal experience dealing with you. So I don't really, while I understand you run the trial, but you took a shot at a member of the press and you showed no deference to a member of the press who had a legitimate defense to what you were saying. So I do have an issue with you with that. Now, how we deal with it, we did our filing, and there's other steps we can take. But this is one of them. The power of the media is you can't silence the media the way it may have been intended to do. I don't know. I don't care about, listen. Do me a favor. The quickest way to get blocked is if you talk about someone else online. I don't care about someone else being online. That has nothing to do with me. Nothing. You go over here, you're over here. Don't go over there. We play to our own drums, our own beat. But that's what happened. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what happened. But the filing is in the membership, and then the file is on the court records. So if you want to look at the file, it's filed already in the court record, the YSL case, and it also will be available in the membership section. So that's where you can see the follow-up. But it's interesting. I want to share it's something that the email that I got from the judge's staff attorney that really bothered me. It bothered me. And if you guys follow me on Twitter, you know I posted a photo maybe 2 months ago. I don't know, about 2 months ago, where the staff attorney and that sergeant that I had the issue with was standing behind me. You guys remember that picture I posted? I said, they look like they're scheming. They were scheming. I said they're scheming or something. I don't know what that was. And I don't know. And I asked the day that happened, you guys didn't see it on camera. I said to Sergeant Ingram, I said, Sergeant, I know you had something to do with it. He said, no, I didn't. He says it to me. No, I didn't. But then what he didn't know was when he walked back, I saw him through my peripheral smiling because he was looking over to the lady that was sitting in the back, and he had a grin on his face. So it's all good. It's all good. All right, guys, let me read some of the comments. Stand by. Right. Who said that anyway? Who said that? I want to see who said that anyway. See, that's what I'm talking about. I just called that part out. And she goes do this. That part. You see? You can't be doing that part. You can't be doing that. You can't be doing that. But tomorrow, we'll see how that plays out. Well, we're gonna go to our membership section, and I'm gonna finish up that document. I'm gonna end the live, and we're gonna go in the membership section. We're gonna go ahead and go over the court document, so you guys understand the significance of what happened. If anyone has any questions, I'm gonna drop the link right now, real quick. You can come up and ask your questions, and then we're going to take it over to the membership section here. I'm gonna drop the link real quick. Right, D. Do you, Dapod, you want to be over here? You want to go over there where you was talking about? I don't care about what that person's doing because I don't have my notifications on. I don't care. All right, I dropped the link here. If you want to come up, you can come up over here. As a matter of fact, ladies and gentlemen, we're not ending the live. Stand by. We're not ending the live. We actually just going to go membership only. Stand by. Let's see if I can do that. Okay, that part. Clara Edwards, you know I don't get down like that. I don't rock like that, and it was disrespectful. But it's something bigger that was going on that you guys didn't get a chance to see. True religion. We're about to go in membership mode for a few minutes. Stand by. All right, guys. So, okay, so we are in members only mode right now. We're in members only mode right now. Okay. So now I'm gonna finish reading the document. So this is only for the members. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's see here. Okay, so Lieutenant Walker specifically requested that I take a picture of. Make sure you guys can hear me. Hold on. Okay. Okay, we go to second slide, second page. You on the second page? Okay, so I have adhered to all directives of Rule 22 and have never previously faced accusations or findings of a Rule 22 violation during my extensive career as a journalist covering legal proceedings in Fulton County Superior Court or any other counties in the state of Georgia. Due process and right to be heard. As a member of the press who adheres strictly to the courtroom regulations, I am dismayed that the court issued an order modifying my Rule 22 privileges without a prior hearing. The revocation of privileges without due process or an opportunity to contest the allegations before issuance of this order unfairly damages my professional reputation and impedes my ability to cover a matter of national importance. And here's my legal arguments that includes 5 cases. 5 cases. I'll cite the cases, but I won't go into the particulars of the cases. So the revocation of Rule 22 privileges without sufficient cause and due process violates the principles of free press and due process under the First and 14th Amendments. This court should consider the following precedent. Then I cite the case of Richmond Newspaper Incorporated, and the case citation is there. I cite also Press Enterprise Corp versus Superior Court of California, which is a 1984 case. Then I also cite the famous Shepard v. Maxwell case, which is a 1966 case. And we cite Nebraska Press Association versus Stewart, which is a 1976 case. Then we cite Garnett Company Incorporated versus DePasquale, and that's a 1979 case. And these are all important cases, but you have to look at the citations and read the particulars of that particular case. So number 5, lack of specificity and prior warning. The court's written order also vaguely referred to other prior issues without providing specifics or a past instance where I allegedly violated Rule 22. Without clear particulars, or I'm trying to read this without, I got to bring it up larger. I'm sorry. Can't see it here. Okay. Hold on one second, guys. Where am I at? Without providing specifics or past instances where I allegedly violated Rule 22, without clear particulars or evidence of prior incidents, this claim is both unsubstantiated and misleading. I have requested further details but have received no response, further undermining the basis for the revocation. So you say all this on camera, but then when I ask about providing me proof or something to substantiate what you have written in the order, it tells me something is not right in the water. Okay, number 3. Hold on. The irreparable harm caused by to my reputation. The order has already caused irreparable harm to my reputation as a respected journalist. I have been publicly associated with allegations of misconduct that are both unfounded and false. I request that this court vacate this order immediately or at minimum provide an opportunity for me to be heard on this matter. 7, request hearing or alternative reinstatement of privileges. Based on the facts and legal arguments presented, I respectfully request that this court, 1, conduct a hearing to address the allegations and clarify the factual circumstances surrounding this matter. 2, alternatively, vacate the October 29th, 2024 order and reinstate my Rule 22 privileges. 8, correction of record. And this is very important. Mr. Byron requests that the court formally acknowledge that the lack of affiliation with Ms. Sylvia Parks Tumasimi and confirm that any violation or allegations associated with Ms. Sylvia has no bearings on Mr. Byron's privileges or conduct. Conclusion. For the reasons stated above, I respectfully request that this honorable court reconsider and vacate this revocation of my Rule 22 privileges, which were revoked without sufficient cause, clear and convincing evidence, or due process. I look forward to a fair and prompt resolution to this matter. So there, ladies and gentlemen, is how this Rule 22 issue, in my belief, should be resolved. Yeah, you brought me up with this lady. You brought me up there with her like she and I are Siamese twins or something. And I thought that was weird because she had previously dressed up, and I used the term dress down. It's a military term where you bring someone up and you chastise them. She's previously did that to Sylvia. But to associate me with her in any manner, I take offense to that. I take offense to that. So I'm going to tell you what she did. And I appreciate that. You know, I am a journalist and I take very serious any type of claims that I violate a judge's order. And for a judge who's been on the bench since 2017, a former prosecutor, to make such claims that had no real basis, it made me believe that she was trying to get one of the members of the press out the courtroom and using a photo that I was asked to take, not that I took like with no authority, because one can conclude that if you're a member of law enforcement and you're in charge of that courtroom and you authorize me to take the picture by way of a request, then that would be my defense. And if you guys believe that the basis for my request for reversal is valid, put a 1 in the chat. Those are the people who are watching on YouTube. Put a 1 in the chat. Right. I think, and that part, I believe they use me as a pawn. And I think when the lieutenant said that she told the judge, because I talked to the lieutenant, we communicated right afterwards. I actually reached out to her, and she, reached out to her via phone. And I asked, I said, at first I was not sure what she said. It was, our producer was recording while she wasn't on the bench. I didn't know what she was talking about. Because those who saw the clip, and there's a link in the, something, guys? There are exhibits to that. There are exhibits there, and there's an email there. I didn't read the whole thing, but there's exhibits to that filing with the evidence. There are exhibits there. And when she said recording for me, for my profession, is video. A picture is a picture. But she never said a picture when she called me, Sylvia and I up there. She never said, Mr. Byron, you took a photo. Because I could have clearly said, wait a minute, Yana. The lieutenant asked me to take that picture. That's my defense. But she knew what she was doing when she said that. I believe that because I got an email response from the law clerk, the staff attorney. And the staff attorney said, I'll tell you what she said. That'll be to continue. Well, here's the thing, guys. I have different courses of action that I can take. The first one is to obviously appeal to the judge. But even the judge answers to someone else. I didn't think I would have to go that route. But when people said let it go, how do you tell someone let it go when the judge said that to a national audience? How many of you guys will let that go? If this is whatever your profession is, it's something, if you have a profession and you built your name around that profession, how many of you would let that go knowing that it was false? Let's be honest. How many of you would actually allow someone, I don't care if you wear a black robe or a white robe, if you say something that's not true and you disrespect me and you violate my rights, you can't tell me to let it go. I'm not Sylvia. I don't move like that. And I'm going to say something else. When she dressed her down, I wasn't in the courtroom. I was never in the courtroom when Bumpers was asked for a Rule 22 or when she called these other people up, because I know what my rights are. And some of the things she said to her, that wouldn't have flew with me because I would have addressed it in the proper manner. But to call us both up there to make it seem like we both were just Rule 22 violators was disingenuous and was dishonest. And I would expect more from a judge sitting on the bench who makes decisions on people's lives. That there was a bad call. And that's my position, and I'm standing by that position. I'm going back. I'm on membership mode now. I'm going back off of membership mode. We're on membership mode, so everyone can't see that. Hold on. Let me switch up here. Hold on. All right, guys. We are back. All right, all right. Well, I don't need the watermark. It's a public filing now. It's a public filing. I don't need the watermark. It's in the docket, but it's a six-page document. Um, 6 page. So those who were waiting, we had went into membership mode, so I can share some of the document. And I actually didn't post a full document. I'm gonna make it available via. There'll be a link on the post where it'll be linked to the website where you guys can read the actual document. That'll be up tomorrow. Right. Dee's right. Public humiliation is not okay. And the fact that she said it, and I played the freaking clip. I want to play the freaking clip. Hold on. It's what she said, the way she said it. It was an intentional public humiliation. That's what I believe that's what her intent was. Why? I don't know. She said it with her chest. So the beauty of having a platform is that I can also say it with my chest and clear the record. That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it. So I want to show you guys something too. Hold on. I want to share something with you. Hold on. Let's see. I go here. I want to bring something up real quick here. Hold on, guys. I want to share something here. I'm gonna show you the power of the press. I'm going to bring this up here. Screen share. I do intend, and these are some of my stats right here. These are I'm sharing this with you so you guys know that I'm just not just throwing numbers out there. These are my stats from my Twitter page, and this is for a month of viewership. So I do intend on getting the record straight using the tools I have at my fingertips. So when that was done, I was shocked. I'm like, what the heck is going on? You guys saw my expression. You saw my expression. I'm like, wait a minute. I stood there. She walked off because she probably knew she was guilty. I, on the other hand, knew something was not kosher happening. I knew something's not kosher happening. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to deal with that issue. Well, let me say this. The case is almost over. But this is bigger than the case. The case can end tomorrow, but this has to be straight because it was done and it was done, in my belief, intentional. Because something else I noticed when I got a copy of the judge's order, it was file stamped. You guys remember, it was at 1 o'clock we went into the courtroom. The document was file stamped. It was typed and file stamped 23 minutes later. We actually went in front of the judge maybe 1:10. So it was already prepared. It was something that was done already. It wasn't like a handwritten order. So it does appear that it was literally done prior to us even going back in the courtroom. But we can't. My conscience won't let that happen. If someone smeared the judge's name, the judge would want to get her name cleared. She's a human like anyone else. So we'll get it fixed. Or at least make sure people know what the record. We'll clear the record. And you want to believe that these judges are going to be fair, but when that was handled in that manner, I'm like, people get Glanville a lot of smoke. But that right there said a lot for me. That said a lot. But if I let that pass, that can happen to another reporter with that same judge. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I dropped the link. You guys didn't come up. With that said, we're going to end the live, and we'll see you guys on our next stream. I appreciate you coming in. I really do. I will have a link to the filing posted under the video within 24 hours. So I got to make sure we have the right link up there. Well, someone said she hates the media. Let me say something. He had said something coming in. She said, "Why? It's a lot of media here. Why?" No. She said something to the effect that there were a lot of cameras, a lot of people with Rule 22s, or something to that effect. Well, you ain't got a lot to get the media out. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you. I really do. We're getting ready for tomorrow. I know tomorrow's going to be pretty intense since it's winding down. But like I said, we start the way we end the way we start. Until next time, peace.